and welcome to At His Pace. Today, we are going to talk about friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Before we go any further, let's be. What are we going to say about friends? I think one of the hardest things. Were you going to say something?
No, I was listening.
I'll be glad to listen to you.
No, I was
because
listening.
You're my friend.
You my friend too.
I think one of the hardest things, hardest lessons that I learned in marriage is that often the friends that you have before you get married don't remain the friends that you have in marriage. And that can be good and bad. I think it's heart-wrenching because it's what you've known. It's what you've known in the past, and it's what you're used to and what's common to you. But what you'll find is a lot of times once you get married, those interests and values and things that you once had as a single person, you don't necessarily have as a married person. And so, for example, before I got married, I used to hang out with a lot of guys. Not my guy friends, not my boyfriends per se, but I just hung out with guys, right? And what they did that was really important to me, they didn't share it, but you know how guys are. They just kind of pulled back from our relationship. And at first I was kind of hurt by it, but later on I realized and recognized that they knew, even though they weren't married, they knew that I couldn't have the same responsibility to them. I didn't have any romantic relationships with them, but my first ministry was now to my husband. And so I couldn't be out to dinner with 2 or 3 guys and my husband at home. And I think that that's okay. And so I had to wrestle with not only that, but even some of my female relationships had to change, or they did change just because.
And I think, even though I did meet some of her male friends, I just think it was just a natural evolution. And I think that's key is, whatever friends you have outside of the relationship, there has to be some sort of introduction that takes place. Because otherwise, I think in the back of your mind, you're going to always think, oh, what's up with that? And so, but you just kind of go through stages, friends kind of fall away and then they kind of come back. But I think in the midst of it, the relationship and the foundation of the relationship is really in the early stages. That's when it gets to be set. And I think as people come in and out of our lives, I just think the honesty and the being upfront of saying, this is my wife and she's available to, just as much as I'm available. But I think at the same time, people do tend to pull away just for whatever reason.
Yeah. And I think you end up cultivating friends as a couple.
Yeah.
You should be spending the majority of your time together. And so your like mind should be reaching out. And you need accountability. You need couples in your life to socialize with that are on the same page and on the same pace with you. Because listen, marriage is tough enough to try to do it alone. And so you need people in your life and in your corner that cheer for you, that cry for you when you cry, that support you when you need to be supported. And a lot of times we find like now, our friends are mutual friends. I'm gonna tell you one more story. And then Mark has stolen a lot of my friends. So like some of those guy friends I was telling y'all about, he's taken them. And like now they're like they're his friends and they don't even call me anymore. Y'all know who you are. But anyway, it's all good. They know who they are. It's all good. But all we're saying is cultivate relationships that you both can appreciate and set boundaries. What do you all want? What is taboo for your friends outside of this? Because this is what matters ultimately.
Yeah.
Honestly, as much as we fuss and bicker and stuff, this for real this is my best friend. And he might not believe that, but this is my best friend. He is the person that I think about first when something is going on in my life or I'm upset about something. He's the first person. He's the first person I think about because now, 22 years in, this is my dude. Yeah, you've been married that long.
Ride or die.
It's my dude. It's my friend. And so I want everybody to have a best friend that what better thing to have your best friend live in the house with you and you really like them.
They cook.
And they cook. Anyway, did we say anything about friends?
I think we did.
Have some friends, have healthy friends, set boundaries for your friendships, cultivate some mutual relationships with some other married couples that are doing the same things that you're doing.
And grow at its pace.
And let this be your best friend. Give me a kiss, honey, because you're my best friend. Could you please give me a kiss?
See what friends do?
And you can have friends at his pace.
Be well, be blessed.